Thanks to our crops, Amber Creek hasn't once had a famine. Might I ask a personal favor of you? It's rather personal, but you saved Machias, so I know I can trust you. Well, I recently obtained some information about where I was born. You see, I don't think that Canary is my real father. We are both Bosmer, but I think I was born in another village and brought here when it was burned down. Please, go to Pinevale. Try to find some evidence that I was born there. Just don't bring this up with Canary. It would just crush him if he knew I was looking into this. I still care for him very much as my father. I just have to know. I know it's a simple request, but it's very important and would mean a lot to me if you could help. Well, for starters, when I ask anyone about my mom, they avoid answering or change the subject. I figure that if my mom died when I was young, they would at least ramble on fondly about her, or something. Recently, I found a book that talked about the attack on Pinevale. It said that the merchant that found the town in ruins was given an infant. He took that infant here, to Amber Creek. I think I was that child. The dates line up more or less, and it would explain a lot. I just want to know. I'm not really sure. He's lied to me about this all my life. But he's also done so much for me. I'll confront him and finally get the truth. Then, I just don't know. See ya.
fly.
Oh, hello. You did? Let me see. They gave me up after the attack to save me. They were too weak to travel, and they knew it was the only way I would survive. They certainly passed away long ago. But at least now I can be at peace. Thank you for finding this for me. I hope this makes it worth your time. Do you have a second?
Sure, what is it?
I know that you're not my real father. I know I was born in Pineville.
How did you find out? I should have told you. I didn't think that...
Please, you may not be my father, but you have raised me for 20 years. I can't turn my back on that. As far as I'm concerned, you're as good a father as I could have ever hoped for.
I'm sorry, Kennedy. I should have been honest with you.
It's alright. I know now and I forgive you. Tell me, did you know them? What were they like?
Oh, where to start? Your father, Farend, he was a hunter, the finest I'd ever seen. He gathered most of the food for the village and the inn. And your mother, Elaine, she had a wonderful garden she spent most of her time in. She even continued to tend to it while she was pregnant with you, going out every day to water the plants. They would come to town every once in a while to sell excess crop or game. They always brought me something fresh. They were such kind people. When I heard what happened, I was devastated. Then, a few days later, a merchant showed up with you, just a few months old. I knew I had to raise you, and that you would become a fine young man, just like your father.
Thank you for being honest. I've always been clothed, fed, and loved. That's all I ever needed.
I'm glad that you know